Coming up in 2021, we have some awesome new trends that are definitely going to be making their mark, as well as some reinterpretations of the past. Let's waste no time and jump right into this with number 1. Now, as we've seen in recent years, cropped trousers, cropped pants, cropped jeans have all been really floating to the top. And though this is a trend that was born in the early to mid 1900s, with 2021 looming, we're seeing cropped pieces resurface more than ever, like t-shirts, sweaters, jackets. And though most brands are a little behind on this trend, a lot of celebrities have been simply just cropping their own pieces themselves for a more DIY look. Now, as we know, culture has definitely acclimated to skinny jeans. I mean, it's very rare that you actually see somebody walking down the street with some big old baggy jeans on. However, in the last year or two, we've been seeing more and more fashion designers and icons reverting back to slightly looser fits. And I think this is because men, like we always do with everything, we always take things a little too far. Look, I'm even talking to myself here. I've had a lot of you recently tell me that my bottoms are a little too skinny and that I need to chill out. Now look, I'm not saying that skinny jeans are just totally out of style. However, it is leading into the direction of those more loose fitting bottoms. Now, streetwear is on fire. We know this, and it's completely zoomed past formal wear and those more classic looks. However, because you can't ever disrespect a nice classic gentleman's look, designers have been starting to bridge that gap between these two worlds. For example, as you see here, I threw on a classic overcoat over this hoodie. I got on some sweatpants, and on my feet are some classic loafers I ordered from Kenneth Cole earlier this year, ultimately providing a very street smart look. Speaking of Kenneth Cole, they just reached out to me the other day, and just as I mentioned earlier, this whole street smart trend is really beginning to dominate, and Kenneth Cole is fully aware of this. And that's why I not only decided to partner with them for today's video, but also I've consciously always made the decision to wear their pieces time and time again, probably since I was a teenager. Now, Kenneth Cole has honestly done an incredible job at taking classic, timeless pieces and integrating them with new technology for the modern man. See, Kenneth Cole fully understands the importance of comfort in today's fast-paced, hustle mode environment that we live in. For instance, the shoes that you see here are strategically designed with their rebound system, which provide advanced cushioning layers created with their revolutionary impact pods. All in all, bringing style, comfort, and performance seamlessly together. And this goes for their entire technical collection. I'm not talking about just shoes, but also apparel, accessories, all that, ultimately allowing you to dress to impress while maintaining a high level of comfort, absorbing shock and pressure with each step that you take. By the way, all the shoes that I showcase in today's video, I'll go ahead and put the links to them down in the description below for any of you that want to go ahead and check them out, or if you want to make a purchase. All right, now let's move on. Thrift shopping. Now, even though I briefly discussed this in last year's video, it couldn't be any more relevant than it is now. And I've even found myself thrift shopping more now than I ever have. And I also can't tell you how many hidden gems I've found going thrift shopping. Hey, that saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, I fully understand it now. I mean, for me, I'm constantly finding pieces that are extremely rare that nobody else has out there, and ultimately this is what makes my style my own. My latest pickup is actually this Carhartt vintage 90s jacket that you see here. I've had my eye on some vintage Carhartt jackets for the last year, so I finally found one at an extremely great price, so I was pretty stoked on this pickup. And lately I've also been on the prowl for vintage Windbreakers, mainly because of the cuts, the shape, and of course, the very distinct retro patterns. Windbreakers have very much made their mark in recent years and will continue to rise in 2021, whether vintage or new. Now, a big comeback that you're gonna start seeing is fur. And you're gonna start to see a lot of big brands reimagine fur and integrate it within their pieces. And this is not a sponsor or anything, but Triple Fat Goose decided to send me out a really, really dope utility type bomber jacket. And I've said this before, Triple Fat Goose, their jackets are the most comfortable jackets I have ever worn, hands down. For those of you that live in those really cold climates, this is a great investment piece that will definitely keep you warm while still looking great. Another huge comeback that you're gonna see this upcoming year is 70s influenced pieces. You see it all over Asos.com right now. Satin materials, loud prints, revered collared shirts. So for all my groovy dudes, hey, this is your chance. This is your chance to get funky and keep the 70s staying alive. Red. let's discuss the color red. Red, ooh, red. Let's talk about red.
Red.
Everything is gearing towards red being 2021's color. And obviously it's a nice bold color that really shines and looks its best when it's used as a nice subtle color pop. Which leads me into the next fashion trend, one color pop. This method of introducing one bright color into a neutral based outfit has and always will be a great way to go about your fits. It honestly gives your overall look and appearance just that little pizzazz that it needs without going too far overboard, enabling you to look effortlessly good, almost like you didn't even mean it. Now, throughout recent years, we've seen shorts becoming shorter and shorter for men. And if you haven't jumped on this yet, I'm telling you to do so. It's not feminine by any means. And I'm not telling you to go so short to the point where, you see your little tip dangling out. But I am saying to go at least a few inches above the knee. And again, this is not gonna make you look feminine by any means. In fact, your legs are actually going to look bigger because you're actually gonna see the muscle on them now, opposed to it looking like you got two little toothpicks dangling out your big old shorts, right? So all in all, definitely go for the short shorts. It's going to balance out the overall shape of your fits. Next up, we have boyfriend clothing. Now, this is a trend for women, however, I decided to put it in today's video mainly because, the fact that women, since women love wearing their boyfriend's clothing or their man's clothing, it's great for us to keep this in mind while we're out there shopping. Not only looking for clothes that just strictly look good on us, but also while you're out there searching, keeping in mind what might also look good on your girl for that kind of cute oversized look. I honestly do this myself as much as I can, especially while I'm out there at thrift shops. And whenever I bring home a cool little tee or something like that both me and my wife can wear, she always gets super duper stoked. And I mean, hey, why not find little ways like this to make your girl happy? This last year, you guys saw me rocking a lot of gothic rings, but I always try to find rings that represent my beliefs, who I am, and just something that resonates with me, on a more personal note. And another really cool thing that you can do that really personalizes your outfits and makes them your own is patches. For instance, I'm a pretty big T.O.P. fan, so when I purchased their last album, Trench, it also came with a trench patch. And I just recently found a jacket that went with that patch pretty well, so I decided to go ahead and sew it on there. I did a pretty bad job, as you guys can see, but hey, I don't know. It's kind of gritty, kind of rugged, so I like it. Tie-dye, on the other hand, has been a pretty big one this year, and it's going to continue to roll on over into 2021. I've personally never been a fan of tie-dye by any means, but hey, that's just me. If you're into this kind of thing, then this is going to be your year to do so. Reducing useless complication. Now, whether you're going street or you're going for a more formal look, less is always more, and a nice minimal fit will never go out of style. No matter what trends come and go, this is a pretty safe spot to be in. Tech neck. Now, while most fashion designers were showcasing their fanny packs and shoulder bags, much like I like to rock, Tom Ford decided to flip the script, and he had his models rocking smartphone lanyards. Now, me personally, I don't know if I'm really feeling this just because I don't know how comfortable that's gonna be, but hey, I'm open to it. And at the end of the day, hey, Tom Ford is the man, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this becoming a thing within the next few years. Color blocking will be taking another step forward this year, and it's something that you can honestly just never go wrong with because of how simple yet effective it is. Snakeskin will be making an appearance as well this upcoming year, and just like I showed you earlier with my sneakers from Kenneth Cole, they're already on it, so of course, I had to get a pair from them. Now, just like I've said in recent years, time and time again, techwear and utility pieces will be a standout fashion statement, and we've seen this come to fruition. Now with celebrities such as Michael B., Timothée Chalamet, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, all of them have been seen rocking utility harnesses, as it adds a very sexy touch to any kind of fit, especially suits. And lastly, oversized outerwear. Recently, we have reached new heights, new levels with oversized outerwear. And not only has it hit the runway, but it's now started to hit the streets. Jerry Lorenzo has absolutely just mastered this look in my opinion, and I honestly think it's a really cool look if done right. So hey, with that said, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you're all looking forward to 2021 as much as I am. Hey, this new year, I mean, it can't come soon enough, right? Anyways, even though it's been a rough 2020, I mean, we never saw this one coming. Hey, we can't take it as a loss, but as a learning curve, right? Just like Nelson Mandela says, I only win or I learn, but I never lose. So hey, that's something to take with us this year. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thumbs up if you dug today's video. Be sure to hit the notifications button to be informed when I drop any new content. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. My name is Drexler. Shaka bra.